Okay, here we go again. Here we go again. Yes. This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. I'm your host, Stefan. You can follow me on Twitter at Stefan B Sophon B as in boy. And in this episode, I want to talk to you guys about free speech. Free speech, right? Free speech. Unalienable rights of speaking, right? There's my dog, Jasmine. But anyway, I want to cover free speech. Recently, President Trump made a speech at the CPAC conservative um, congregation this weekend. Excuse me. And what one thing that he touched on is that he gonna sign an executive order that if public colleges, public university, meaning funded by the state, right, or government or whatever it is, right, they have to allow free speech. If they don't allow free speech, they will deny public funding and grants, right? And I think this is a good thing because what college are known for in the past, right? Free speech, to be able to say whatever you want to say, and whenever you want to say it, because it's a free speech, and if you're funded by the government is supposed to allow you to do this because it's your right, your constitutional right to say anything you want to say because it's covered under the free speech, right? So, and colleges, especially public colleges, should not be biased against one speech over another speech or hate speech over freedom of speech. Because in actuality, hate speech is free speech. As long as I encourage free speech anywhere, as long as you don't hurt anyone, right? You are allowed to say anything you want to say, even hate speech, right? Even hate speech. I mean, I forbid from saying it, but if you want to say it, you're allowed to say it as long as you don't hurt anyone. We have the right. And college have a history of advocating free speech, right? Since Berkeley, which is S-hole right now, they have a long history of allowing free speech. And all of a sudden, since 2016, conservative people want to talk. Suddenly, they want to ban conservative view. I'm like, aren't you the college of free speech? And recently, on that note, right? Recently, in a school in Arizona, have Spirit Week, right? Had Spirit Week, where two female student was waving the Trump flag on the shirt, and the school tried to prevent them from expression by withholding them or telling them to take the shirt off or put it away, right? And this created a controversy in Arizona right now, right, in the school. And it's a public school. It's not private school, it's a public school. And people are really mad, especially red state Arizona, whereas there's a lot of Trump supporters. And you denying these students from saying it, especially public school. Public school, if any place should allow free speech, it's public school as well, because it's public. They're under the Constitution too. You can't deny people to not speak, right? Censorship is awful. Recently, I had been experiencing censorship, right? Recently, something happened to me on was one forum where I posted something which the moderator didn't like, and he told me that he don't like it, and he just deleted it out with no explanation. So then I confronted him, like, how come it's okay for you to post one thing, and then when I posted it, it's suddenly a problem? And then he told me, like, well, you don't like it, you can leave. So I left. I had the ability to leave. I'm not going to stand there and be censored. I just leave. I don't need that BS. All right? And that's what's good about America. If you don't like it, you can leave. But free speech should always, especially you're a public institution where you're supposed to protect the public no matter what their views are equally. They want to spread this idea of equal rights and equal stuff, and yet again, they're contradicting themselves by favoring one group over the other. That does not make any sense. That's not equal. Free speech should be encompass all kind of speech. All right? Even hate speech. I don't want to say it, but hate speech is covered under free speech. And these liberals don't understand it. These liberals are fascists. If you don't agree with them, they'll beat you up. They'll encourage violence and all this stuff, right? Like fascists. That's what fascists is. If you don't agree with their view, they want to ridicule you and beat you up. That's what Italian fascist is. Same goes for Nazi. Nazi is a type of fascist. Sure, it said National Socialist, but in actuality, Nazi is a type of fascist, like the Italian fascists. That's why the Nazis get along with the Italians so well. Mussolini and Hitler, they get along, right? And not too many people notice this but the Pope got along with Hitler. The Pope also got along with Mussolini, right? And Catholic, right? And the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church is another thing that Catholic Church they rule South America. Most of the country in South America are Catholic. Why you think Hitler are able to go to South America without consequences? Because he's good with the Pope. The Pope allow him to go to Argentina, right? I mean allegedly that's a history, right? That Hitler didn't really die after the Holocaust. He escaped in one of the German U-boat and went all the way to Argentina. And Hitler is very, very in good terms with Argentina back in the days. So Argentina gave him refuge, and I think it also have a correlation between Argentina and Antarctica, because when you look at South America, it's really close to Antarctica, and it goes to the rumor that the Nazi was inhabiting Antarctica. You know, when General Burr was having a mission to go to Antarctica and something happened, he had to return back. So there's a history that the Nazi was inhabiting Antarctica, and they have all these advanced technology there. That's the reason why they're so well connected with Argentina, because Argentina is close to Antarctica. And anyway, that's on a different show, on a different show. All right, but this I want to talk about free speech. Right, free speech. It should always is our right. It should not be infringed upon, no matter what kind of speech it is. People want to revert back to crowd in a crowd, still fire in a crowded theater, right? That's different. That's different, right? But yet again, I think it should always cover. It should also cover under free speech. But yet again, if you do the harm, there's consequences for your action. But when you look in the United States is a corporation. It have policy. A corporation are known to have policy. When you infringe on the policy, you're breaking the corporation rule. So in actuality, if the United States is a corporation and you violate its policy, there's no actual type of freedom at all. Right? There's no actual type of freedom at all. But we want to refer to the Constitution and allow us to free speech. So based on the Constitution, you should be able to say anything you want, and regardless of hate speech or not, hate speech are still considered as free speech, as long as you don't cause any harm, like yelling fire in a crowded theater. That's causing harm. But if you don't cause any harm, you should allowed to say anything. All right, and on that note, I'll talk to you guys later. My dog is getting frantic right now. And yeah, have a good day, guys.